Hey everyone, welcome back, and today we're back in the Minecraft world. Yeah, it's been a few days, and I'm going to start with the warning that I don't know how the video quality is going to look because OBS is acting up once again. It does this thing when you record Minecraft, and it doesn't like to properly capture the game, it just shows a black screen. So I'm using a display capture, and so I don't know how it's going to turn out. Anyways, in the last episode we took a little detour and we built this, and yeah, oh, yeah, that's okay, I'm getting distracted, but look, I've updated the world, and we have the new drop, and it's pretty awesome. And I also updated this tree, and it looks better, it looks so much better than it did. I still don't think I like it fully. Like, from here it looks good, but if you back up to, like, here, it looks kind of weird. Especially if you're, like, all the way over here, it starts to kind of look spotty. But I can just cover it up. It's fine. It'll be fine. What's the plan for today, though? The plan for today is I want a moss farm. Because I need a moss farm. I think I'm just going to time skip for this, because I'm going to be watching from a tutorial, because I don't know how to make a moss farm. I'm really not the best with using pistons for farms, and then I'll come back and I'll build a little shell around it, and maybe we'll get started on that. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see, depends on how I'm feeling. Okay, so I've got the farm all built, and so you just flip the lever, and it looks slow, but it's actually really productive, and it just kind of does this. It has a stone generator that gets pushed over, and then a hidden moss block is getting bone mealed right in the middle, and so then that spreads the moss, and then the blocks get pushed by the water, and the moss gets destroyed by the pistons being pushed into blocks they can't push, or something like that. I think the moss just gets crushed. I think that's how moss works, apparently. Anyways, in here these three go down to composters, you can hear, that refill the bone meal. And it's really productive, which is kind of a problem, because it means that I'm going to run out of storage. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is taking these and switching over the sorter so that I only keep moss blocks, I think the azaleas, because azaleas don't really get produced that often. And then everything else, so the seeds and the moss carpets, would go into a separate bone meal collector, so I would just have an infinite source of bone meal. Anyways, it's time to build something around this. I've got blocks all figured out. Yes, we're using copper again. After that one, let's just use copper. And that one, let's just use copper. And this one, let's just use copper bulbs. And this one, that is still blue. I just love the oxidized copper. It's such a nice color. And yeah, we're returning to the cherry, and we're returning to the mangrove, and it's gonna look good, and you're gonna believe me. No, because that's not... I have a vague plan, and I don't think that would fit. No, I could make that fit. I could make that fit. So what I'm thinking I do is something like... Oh, did one of those just go in there? Yeah. See? Right? Of course, that's not how we're keeping it. Yeah, I prefer that. So my plan is to make it like a little house up here, because I don't want this to just look like a giant furnace. I don't know how I can achieve what I want to do. Maybe I do change these up. Maybe I can get away with it. Or maybe I use mangrove planks. Or mud bricks. Wait, how would mud bricks look? I do like that. I'm so glad that everywhere I go in this world I get to listen to the symphony of the. Don't get me wrong, I think the gray looks good, but I think that just going with moss all about is going to make things a lot easier. Mud. So I need to figure out a way to get that covered. So then I need a block that goes on the outside. Because I want this to be like the end game. Right. We're getting somewhere. I think this is progress. And then we're gonna quickly just come up here. Oh, how's that happening? How's that happening? I think that makes it safe. After reading up on lava for a second. I'll be honest, I had a plan for this build at first, but then the moss farm was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. And plans changed. So what we're going to do, we're going to come in like this, right? And down here we have our little pedestal, little pillar. And it is going to continue the way up. And it is going to be a very painful process. And so I'm probably just going to do like 1 or 2 of these on every side. Yeah. I like that. Alright, it's been a while, and here we are. Okay, that's a terrible angle. Yeah, this is what we're looking at, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. This angle is one of the better ones, I think. Actually, I like them all. So we got the building's name, which I decided on MOSSY times. And I love this angle. I love these 2 windows, which sucks that you're never going to see them. But these, I'm so happy with. And then you go around to here, and I really like this angle too. I like these windows. I was just having fun with the windows on this one. And you got this side, which I think probably the weakest. I was originally going to have this whole wall here be a window, but then I realized that this block is the same as the front. And I was also considering doing this as a window, but same issue on the back. And I didn't think a window would fit well here. So I've just got this little like pot design thing going on, which I think it looks okay. I needed something to kind of add detail there. But I am open to suggestions because I'm still not entirely set on it. I've got hanging lanterns everywhere. We've got obviously— oh, that was terrifying. I left only the top chests out so that you can deposit whatever you need into them. Here we've got a little establishment sign. Interior isn't going to get finished, probably. You just need to use it to check to see if the lava's still there, in case it breaks again. But you may notice this pillar is different from the rest. It's doors. I don't know, I'm happy with that. And then I like this interior too. It took a good minute to get right, and I still feel like there needs to be a little something, maybe just paintings. But you got a sorter. And so this was, you can see, almost full. It went to here. And these 3 are just moss, and then these are azaleas. And then over here I have bone meal. Because if you take a look inside, you have the sorter, but anything that doesn't get sorted, which is moss and seeds, and anything that overflows, just gets brought over to here, where it is composted and put into the system. Because you don't need to run redstone into composters constantly, which is extremely useful. And these are chiseled bookshelves. Overall, I'm really happy with this whole build. It's probably one of my new favorites, which I say every time I build something, but I've been dying. Like, I've gotten better since I've gotten back to this world at building. And I've just been dying to get to use this block palette again. I had a different build plan for this, but then I realized how big the farm was going to be. And so I had to pivot, and I really like it. You don't even notice, like, this block is one up so that it's, I guess, seamless with how the top is slanted here. You barely take note of how there's a little lip at the end so that the lanterns actually attach. There's just so many little things working together. Like, there's so many... Here, the lever is different. It's changing these signs. If I flip it, they change back, because shelves are redstone activated. And then somewhere there's like this pillar is kind of jank. Especially over when you get to like this side. Huh. Whoa. Things are uneven. And it works. You don't notice it. Mainly this one. This one's a bit rough. But really what this is all about is just kind of hiding things by making other things catch your eye more. This bit is still a bit awkward from most angles, but I don't really have another way of fixing it. I don't know. I love this thing. I love the vibe with all the circles. Like, it's giving whimsical. This feels like a cartoon factory. And I just really love it. But, may you see my inventory? We're finally going to tackle this beast. It's finally going to get done. But I'm also out of food. So, we're going to take a little trip to the villagers. So, when I trade with villagers, I just kind of come in here and I only sometimes take care of the farmers. Because, oh, they just restocked. Thank you. I don't usually have the right crops to trade with them, unless I want to go mess with the carrots, which I never do. And so I skip over them. It's also loud in here, so sorry about that. And so what I normally do is I just rely on these guys, because they will trade me 1 emerald for 1 iron, and I have an iron farm. So I have an emerald farm. After I've got everything traded up, I go over to this guy, and I say, give me some carrots. And I see this one, and I say, give me some carrots. And I usually just get like, yeah, that many. But I'm gonna craft these up, and I have a lot, because today we're gonna be finishing something that's been in the works for a very long time. This is the cube. It's exactly what it looks like, and if you've been watching this series for a while, you'll remember it. But I've been working on just a literal 10 by 10 by 10 emerald cube. This is going to take up 1,000 total emerald blocks, and we're adding the final ones today. So, March 29th, 2026, we finished the cube. And now I don't have anything to do with it. This building, I think I know exactly how I want to top it off. I think I want to do one more layer like this, then one like that, and I just want to copy that roof. And so yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to finally do it. You know, this isn't an angle you get often in the world. You just see everything from above. And then, really in a way, you never see the angles of the top of a building again. I mean, you can. You just have to fight for it. Which is why you never do. I don't know, I'm just feeling something sentimental up here. At the top of this building that's just been incomplete since year 1, and it's being wrapped up. It's hard to get a good angle on this because of this tree, but yeah, we're finished, and just like that, a few years of being unfinished are over. It's really done, and that's just such a strange thing to see. I was originally going to go for a much more grand roof, but I decided to just carry over the little bottom section's roof, and I think it works. It needs to be lit up a bit better, for sure, because I don't want mobs spawning up there, but I like it. This, I mean, it's simple. It's really simple, but it doesn't need to be anything more, I don't think. It looks good. I like it. This block palette really does just remind me of 1.13 with the colored glass and the stripped logs. And I've always really liked it, and so I'm glad that it's finally finished. And I'm going to add some shorter buildings around here to counteract the skyscrapers. I'm hoping that that's what this area is going to do, which I will be continuing, I believe, in the next one. Today's comment of the day comes from Cat Gaming. It says, Hey, it's a second count because my other one could not send comments, but love your channel. Don't give up. Thank you. It really does mean a lot to me to just hear anything, really. I put a lot into these, and so it does make me happy to know that people actually enjoy them. Quick little side note, but this angle looks so good now. Oh, it looks so much better than it did. But I do want to add a little bit onto that, which is thank you all for all the kind words on the last 2 episodes, because I had a really hard time choosing a comment of the day for today because of just how many encouraging words there were. And like, it gets me emotional, I don't know, it just makes me really happy to know that I have brought some amount of enjoyment and entertainment to other people. Anyways, that will be all for this episode. So, if you enjoyed it, leave a like, leave a comment. If you want to see more, subscribe. And I am hoping to see you in the next one. Anyways, that's all from me. Bye-bye.